there, welcome to She Spice. Some buzz circumventing that taji P Hensen isn't excessively content with Oprah Winfrey. And she's not keeping down and telling everybody evidently she's not simply halting at calling out Oprah for lowballing dark entertainers. Currently, she's pointing fingers at Viva Fox for apparently assisting Oprah. In some obscure business with dark entertainers, astounding that Taraji and Viva have consistently appeared to be really amicable in the public eye. However, it seems as though there may be a few in the beat. Background show rumors from far and wide suggest that Taraji is giving Viva a serious admonition for purportedly helping Oprah in what's being portrayed as a take from dark entertainers. Yet hang on, how precisely did Viva get Taraji all started up? That is the million-dollar question right currently. Individuals are estimating that tattle is flying, and some even say there could have been a reaction from Vivian herself. It seems to be that there's more going on than meets the eye, and all of us are as eager and anxious as ever to figure out what's truly going down between these two entertainers. We should get into it. So Oprah Winfrey is back in the spotlight for not entirely ideal reasons, thanks to certain disclosures from Taji P Hensen, one of the main entertainers in the impending variation of Purple. Taraji didn't keep on spilling the tea about unjustifiable compensation and nearly leaving the venture, as per her. It was a genuine fight for a few things, from getting a safe ride with a driver rather than a rental vehicle in Atlanta to simply having some grub at practices. Now the situation starts to get interesting in light of the fact that it seems like Viva Fox may be adding her own flavor to the show. In a meeting with TMZ, Viva communicated compassion toward Taraji's industry battles, including the issue of inconsistent compensation. Anyway, she dropped a bomb by saying that inconsistent compensation isn't something she's actually capable of. TMZ found Viva on the bustling roads of New York City, where she was shuffling signatures and inquiries from excited picture takers. The discussion normally went towards the developing babble about the not great working circumstances that Taraji and other cast individuals from Purple, as far as anyone knows, needed to persevere. So Viva is most certainly showing some sympathy for the circumstances. Purple team went through giving props to the women for supporting themselves and each other. It's about individuals talking about their reality and getting it out there, recognizing the significance of promotion and upholding essential honors during the shooting of a significant creation. Yet here's the wind Viva is making. Obviously, she's not in total agreement with Taraji with regards to the battles in the business. She straight up can't connect with what Taraji's been managing, and she's not bashful about it either, wrapping up the discussion with a confident "I'm great." It's not precisely tossing shade in any case. It's certainly a firm position. You know, dear, whatever floats his boat, do you have at least some idea what I mean? I'm exceptionally cheerful, extremely honored, and to each claim, I didn't have that experience. So I thoroughly comprehend that. And I love my young ladies for paying special attention to one another. However, I'm great in spite of the way that Viva and Taraji have been pals in the business briefly. This reaction from Viv is falling off a piece on the cool side. It's one of those circumstances where everybody has their own encounters. And Viva is by all accounts clarifying that hers doesn't line up with what Taraji is going through, which is the reason certain individuals think Taraji is irate with Viv, for not agreeing with her position. Okay, so we should separate the most recent show on Purple front. The revamp is in the possession of big shots like Oprah's Harpo Films, Steven Spielberg's Amblin Diversion, SGS Pictures, and Quincy Jones Creations are the very forces to be reckoned with that presented to us in the 1985 variation, with Oprah herself shaking the job of Sophia. Quick forward to the new version, where Danielle Creeks moves into the shoes of Hero Harris and Taraji possesses the stage as Sug Avery currently. Here's the kicker. You'd expect that with Taraji, an old pro with over 20 years in the game and a prize case full of grants. Fair compensation wouldn't be a fight, particularly in a flick like Purple where the protagonist is wearing the maker cap. Taraji spilled the tea that Oprah didn't precisely step up to the plate bat for her or the other guiding women when it came to the check. As per Taraji, the underlying deal was out and out impolite, and the hotshots wouldn't move until she set out the final proposal of leaving the task. Might you at any point trust it? Taraji, an awe-inspiring phenomenon, needed to toss down to get what she merited, and to get this, Taraji is ready to be done. She's had enough of the steady hustle for what's legitimately hers in a new, candid conversation with Oprah's BFF Gail Ruler. Taji let the cat out of the bag and implied that she may very well toss in the acting towel for good, since she's straight up burnt out on the ceaseless fight for fair compensation. Gail attempted to keep it light, but Taji wasn't playing around. The discussion got genuine when Taji focused on the continuous battle for fair compensation that dark entertainers, even veterans such as herself, actually face in the business. And let me let you know, Gail was wriggling a piece since, well, Taji was there to advance purple, and this wasn't the very feel-great talk they likely had as a top priority. Gail, giving a valiant effort to explore through the distress, continued gesturing and rehashing that she gets what Taji is setting down. However, Taji was having none of it. She dropped the bomb that she's truly considering raising a ruckus around town on acting by and large, since she's drained and burned out from working exceptionally hard and being all benevolent in her art yet getting compensated peanut. Taji spilled the math ain't mathing each time she crushes through a bias-based impediment. It's like she never did it when the check talks come around once more, and here's where it got profound. Taji separated it, saying she needs to battle for the up-and-coming entertainers and be a voice for the future, yet she's trapped in a circle of not getting what she merits herself. It's a disappointing cycle, and you can hear the weariness in her voice as she made sense of "I'm drained. I'm worn out. I'm worn out." She's not only battling for herself, she's attempting to make ready for those approaching up behind her. "I'm simply fed up with really buckling down, being benevolent at what I do, getting compensated a small part of the expense. The math ain't mathing. It appears to be each time I follow through with something and I break another discriminatory constraint, when now is the right time to reconsider. I'm at the base again, like I never did what I recently did. And I'm recently worn out, and in the event that I can't battle because I'm coming up behind me, then what am I doing? I'm sorry." Additionally, Taji got down on the business's twofold norm, where they give you a claim for one venture, however behave like they're bankrupt when it's the ideal opportunity for you to trade out. It's a crude and genuine second, and obviously Taji is simply tired of the entire game even before this. New meeting sensation fans were getting on the way that Taji didn't appear to be all that excited. While advancing purple, you could basically feel the pressure all around, particularly when it came to her. Air collaborations with Oprah something was certainly off, and fans rushed to get on the not-so-cheerful energies. Taji was emitting, "I can't see a thing, however, stand by, there's more." On December 19th, Taji plunked down for a profound plunge during an hour-long hang after establishment discussions interview. Amidst examining her different jobs, she dropped one more bomb about her involvement in the 2008 blockbuster, The Inquisitive Instance of Benjamin Button. Currently, get this, Taji spilled that tea that she needed to toss down and battle for a cool $500,000, and mind you, this is the very film that caught her an Oscar selection for Best Supporting Entertainer, as would be natural for her. Taji spilled, so that is the reason that Benjamin Button story hit so hard and light. Of the fact that all I was asking was for $500,000, she wasn't attempting to remove anything from the superstars like Brad Pitt, Kate Winslet, or Kate Blanchett. Taji realizes they acquired their keep and buckled down for it. However, darn, you'd think after an Oscar gesture she wouldn't need to pull teeth just to get a fair cut of the pie. So that is the reason that the Benjamin Button story hit so hard in light of the fact that all I was asking was for $500,000. I wasn't attempting to not take anything from Brad Pitt or Kate Blanchett. They have the right to acquire what they truly get. Now, an attempt at finger-pointing was going on after Taji let the cat out of the bag on her compensation battles, and not every person was pointing fingers at her. A few people felt like it wasn't exactly O's gig to continuously fuss over all that. After all, the studio ought to be on top of that stuff right now. Then enters 50 Penny is dropping information bombs about how a maker can utilize some serious muscle in the compensation office. The man behind shows like Phantom Power and BMF spilled the tea on how he utilized his maker ability to guarantee his entertainers got the compensation they merited. He went directly to the organization and went to bat for his team, ensuring they were getting fair pay. This disclosure left a few people scratching their heads, since we should be straightforward and not every person was enlightened concerning the in-the-background strategic maneuver of a maker. Turns out it's not only the specialists creating talks. Makers can toss down as well. So presently the unavoidable issue on individuals' brains is whether Oprah, with all her tycoon status, might have made some things happen to assist Taji with getting a fatter check. Did she have at least some idea what was going down, or was she playing the I didn't know card? So Oprah needed to dispel any confusion about the entire thing where people were saying she wasn't supporting Raji. Oprah set the record straight, saying I heard I was moving yesterday since individuals are saying that I was not supporting Taraji. She spread the word about it, saying that she's been Taraji's greatest ally for the film in terms of background creation as well as for everything the cast and team required. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.